Hey Sarah,
Hey, how's it going? Wait,
I'm doing well.
let me
How are
put
you
my.
doing?
How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Awesome. I'm doing great. Thank you.
Good, good, good. Good to
Let's
see
see
you.
here. Great to see you.
Thank you.
All right. Pretty cold here in Texas today, right?
Yeah, a little bit. Oh, it's a little chilly.
Yeah. All right. All right. So we're ready for another talk. And
Another
hello,
one bites the
everybody.
dust.
Yes, yes, yes. Let me see. Let's work with the volume.
Yeah, can you hear
All
me
right.
okay?
I can hear you pretty well. Yes.
Great.
Yes. So yeah, let's start with a little recap of last week. We've been talking about all the situation, everybody being quarantined, and how to get a positive routine.
Mm-hmm.
How to get a positive routine, positive habits, what we can do to improve our days and to improve our mindset. So I feel like today we're going to be talking about some good exercises. We're going to share
Yeah,
some good exercises that I do and also you do to try to help everybody. What help us, maybe help somebody else. And so I feel like we should share something good. Uh, I
absolutely.
really liked I really liked what you talked about last week. Maybe we can start from there. That you
Mm-hmm.
talk about at the end of your day, write down three things you're grateful for,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
Yeah, and just to remind everyone, I tried to be a little bit more like visual. So, Sarah and I have worked this week in planning our live session today to be a little more visual. So, I don't know if y'all can see this, but I don't know if it's turned the right way, but it says be grateful. So, step
Yeah, it's
one, yeah, just to kind of refresh everyone. Yeah, sorry if it's flipped the wrong way. I didn't think about that. I guess here, I'll flip my screen over. There we go. I can do that. So be grateful. And I just wrote on the back of a piece of paper, so ignore my poor handwriting and odd paper choice. But anyway, yeah, I do that every day before I go to bed. I write down at least three things I'm grateful for, or I write down like good things that happened to me that day. So even if it's not something that like if it's just something kind of outside of my control, but it still was good and made me feel happy or smile or something. Like if I watched a really funny TV show or a stand-up comedy special on Netflix, I make note of that and I remind myself of all the things that like make me feel good, and I try to keep doing those things. So yeah, I think that's a great kind of way to start off our session today. Thank you for bringing that up. But I also did want to just mention to everyone like a couple of examples of maybe what I write, just so in case maybe that's a little bit more difficult for you to do at home. I know not everyone is experienced with this like I am, but the first thing that I'll probably write down tonight is I'm grateful that my family is healthy. And I think that's something that maybe I wouldn't have been grateful for in the past, but given the circumstances, I think about that consciously every day. Second, my lifestyle hasn't changed that much, so I'm actually really grateful for that as well. I'm really lucky to have a job where I am mostly online based to begin with, so I'm really grateful that my lifestyle hasn't gone from like being outside all day to coming inside and like being isolated there. So I'm grateful for that. And the last thing that I'm grateful for is I get more time to not only spend with my family, but like I get more time to focus on myself and learn to improve myself during this time of isolation. So those are the things that I wanted to start off with today.
Yes, yes, I like it. Yeah. And I feel like
Thanks.
with the main thing we should be very grateful for is that we are in 2020 and we are able to not only work online. And so there's also, like you said, you're working online. So it's not a big, change for you.
Right.
But we can stay in contact with people we love. And
Absolutely.
like for me, for example, I am really far from my family. My family is in Italy, and I have a lot of friends all over the world. And like this is like, I never left them because
Mm-hmm.
we can talk and we can communicate and we can keep ourselves updated with everything. Like my best friend right now, she's pregnant, and so I've
Oh
been
my
following
gosh.
her with this in Italy, and so I'll be close to her like this at least,
Right.
I can kind of participate a little bit,
Yeah.
on this big and big beautiful event in her life, so I
Oh,
can be
that's
close to
great.
her.
Oh, that's so
Yeah.
nice. Isn't it amazing that we have this technology? And I mean,
I
I
know.
honestly think this has brought you and me even closer as well because
I know.
like I
That's
can't
true.
imagine like how we would be doing this if we didn't have Instagram or like I don't know. I feel like
Yeah.
this is good for strengthening so many relationships and I think when all this is over, like we'll be even more grateful to be around each other in person too. So, yeah.
Yes.
I'm glad you
Yes.
brought that
Yes.
up.
I agree with you. Yeah. Yeah.
Great. Well,
Yeah. That's
so
great.
oh, sorry. I was just gonna transition, but is there anything else you wanted to talk about?
No, keep going because I would like also to hear, because you had other ideas, how to be grateful and how do you feel more, how do you feel confident? How can you feel good about
Mm,
yourself? And so we were saying earlier, we've been talking a little bit. We love to talk.
yes.
We've been saying that nobody brings you confidence or nobody helps you in your everyday life. You're your best friend. You're the person that can help yourself the most. And so
Definitely.
how would you do that? How would you do that? Because I know that you have a lot of students and a lot of clients that they're athletes. How do you
Yes.
help them improve their self-confidence? And yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
share with
Starting
us.
starting there. Yeah, that's great. That's a really great question. Um, and this looks different for everyone, but and I know not everyone necessarily again is as experienced with something like this, and maybe you're a little bit skeptical, which I totally understand. But starting with positive affirmations, and I know some of you have heard of that before again, but I think people say that, and maybe you're like, I don't even know what that is. Like, I'll just kind of like we all have our preconceived ideas about it and we assume like we think we know what they
Yes.
are, but really I want to give a couple examples. So flipping my screen over, affirmations, this is what
All
is
right.
step 2. So step 2 for all this, and I'll show you guys what I have on my screen here. These are just a couple of examples of the affirmations that we're using in my workplace. Hopefully you guys can see that, but I'll just kind of breeze through them really quickly. So especially during this time of social distancing, starting with things of like what you're in control of. For example, I'm in control of my attitude and effort. Throughout this time period, that's something you have direct control over. And another thing I think we just kind of forget to remind ourselves, and Sarah, you're going to get into, the healing words, but I really like this affirmation. It's, I'm doing my best. And maybe we say that a lot, like in our day-to-day lives, but really take a moment of self-reflection and really ask yourself, like, am I doing my best? And hopefully the answer is yes. I'm sure everyone is just doing the best they can right now with the situation that we're going through. But that's something else to remind yourself of. Next, I'm grateful for the extra time I get with my family. That's something I'm super grateful for. But you could also turn that into an affirmation as well if you'd like something to like start your day with, like saying out loud. That's another really great example. I'm allowed to take a break. Again, that's really relevant for this time period. But also, I think on the other side of the equation, I love a challenge. I think we're not thinking of this maybe necessarily as something to enjoy or to like, but find something about this time that you really like, but also embrace the challenge, and also embracing failure. That's the one underneath the challenge. I embrace failure because that means I'm learning. This is a great time
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
not only learn about ourselves but learn about other people. And even if you don't live with anyone else, like I'm lucky to live with my family, you're with your husband right now. But for those of us that are maybe alone out there, this is a time where you can make mistakes and, embrace that, but learn from it. And no one else is around to judge you, which is great. So again, something else to be grateful for. And finally, the last 2 here, I deserve to be happy. Everyone deserves happiness, but Sarah and I also talked about this last week a little bit. Sometimes it's just a choice. It's a conscious decision that you have to make.
Yeah.
So starting by saying, I deserve to be happy, is a great place to start. And then finally, I will return to my sport even stronger than I was before. Of course, that's more relevant for my athletes here. I'll go ahead and flip my screen around. That's relevant to the athletes that I talk to because, of course, that's like my main client group. But fill the blank in with like work. Like if you're out of work right now, you will return to work better than before, after all this is over. So those are just a couple of thoughts that I had, just to kind of give examples of things to, either write down or say out loud, make it your own and enjoy it and make it special and memorable for you.
Yeah, those are definitely affirmation that will help you be more confident and believe more in yourself. And I would like to also talk about, in my yoga practice that, I'm doing, and I started about 4 or 5 months ago. They taught us to, with these 5 healing words, 5 healing words that we should say every night before we go to bed. So we put our hands on our chest, feel our heart, and you say, I'm sorry. You say, I'm sorry to yourself. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry for, it's been, you haven't been dealing good with the like stress or something. So you feel bad. And so you're sorry to yourself.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then the second healing word is, I'm sorry and please forgive me.
Oh,
please forgive me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then the third one is, I love you. Everybody, we should love ourselves. That's really, really important because if we love ourselves, we have the chance to love others better. Yeah. But first we need to start loving ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And then the fourth healing word is thank you. You're thankful to yourself. Mm-hmm. And then the fifth one is please help me. So you're telling yourself, please help me and assist me in everyday what life's bring you.
Yeah.
So
those are great. Yeah. I really like those.
Yeah. And I feel like another really important thing that it's somebody like us. I feel like we have it natural, smiling, but a lot of people don't have it natural. So we are lucky, but smiling is really important thing. Smiling it releases this hormone when you smile.
Mm-hmm.
It releases this hormone that is endorphin that it goes to activate the side of your brain, so you see things in a more positive way. So I feel like everybody, we should really try right now. You're normal, and then you just smile, and you just already when you look in front of you, you see things in a different way.
Absolutely.
Right? You see things in a different way.
Yeah, and I think I brought that up a little bit last time, like with this thing.
With that, I love that.
So this is like that's another example of like just making your face use those muscles. There's something about the brain and the mind-body connection there for sure.
Yeah, that's really important, and we should all, try hard to smile because that's something that's really important, and it will change the way we see things in an everyday. And so and also try to keep a good posture. The posture is really important. So because whenever you keep your all
like hunched
forward, then you're sore and you're already you see it in your face. Ugh. So just try to always whenever you walk, we walk a lot right now, even if we're in the house, you walk from the kitchen to the bathroom, to the bedroom, to the couch, and so just try to keep your feet parallel. So you're walking like number 11, that's 2 once. And then you keep your spine straight, shoulders down and back, chest open.
Yep. Yeah, like roll the shoulders back.
Yeah, roll the shoulders back. Open your chest, open here, this muscle here in front. Neck, try to keep the neck back, chin down.
Okay.
And smile. So try to go around the house like this, walking, practice, walking. And spine straight, shoulders down, chest open, chin down with a smile. Mm-hmm. And, you see that's a training, it's not something that you do now and you're like, oh, it's not working, so
Yeah, I was just
you
gonna
know
say that it has to be a habit. Like these are just you
it
have to
needs to
do
be a
these every
habit.
day. Like we have to do them every day.
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
you have to do it every day, and not only you'll feel better, but you'll also see things in a different way.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is really important because it will help you. It will help you like clean, the smoke that you have in front of your eyes. Usually, when your face is frowning, and you
Yeah.
feel bad, and you just see black and dark everywhere. You just see, oh, this is terrible. Oh, I'm so unlucky. Oh, but if you're smiling, you see things in a different way. You see opportunities, you see chances, and you feel better.
Yeah.
So, and when you
Definitely.
feel better, you're more creative and you're more, things comes you more your way.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, you're more motivated, you're more productive.
yeah.
Absolutely, Sarah. Everything you just said is like I agree with, and I choose to believe that too. And that's I love how you brought that up because I like to reinforce with my clients, and I haven't talked about this with you, but like now that I'm thinking about it, there's something really important about our body language and how we like carry ourselves and how we like walk in the world. So not just at home, but like all of these little things that we're talking about, we can apply like in our real life after after all this stuff is over.
Yeah. Yeah.
I tell my athletes all the time, like, if you want to be a super athlete, like, act like Superman or Superwoman. Like, stand up tall, walk around, like, you have to, like, almost fake confidence first. And I think that's where a lot of what we're talking about is coming from. Like, you have to, even if you don't believe it or, like, really buy into what we're talking about, like, if you don't smile naturally, like, okay, even if that doesn't come naturally to you, I bet that if you try it and you make this a habit every day, one day you're going to wake up and everything will be just a little bit better. And it starts with that. And then
Yes.
it's a domino effect. You know what I mean? So like it's
Yeah.
little things that build up over time. And yeah, so I
Yeah.
totally 100% agree with you on all of that.
The main thing, you have to believe in it.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people say,
Eventually, at
oh,
least.
yeah, but it doesn't work with me. But yeah, I don't believe in this stuff. No, you have to believe in it.
Yeah.
And that's when it's going to start to work.
Right. And I think it just takes time,
And
like
so,
not right away, but you have to try it and then like give it time, but then like I think just it comes in like little like bite-sized bits and chunks. So, at least starting
yeah,
with
yeah,
something new and making one new little change, that can create a whole bunch of other different big changes over time.
yeah,
So,
yeah,
I agree.
that's true.
Yeah. Did
And
you want
then,
to talk about meditation?
do we have other?
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yes. That's something that helps me. I hope it will help. I was a little skeptical at the beginning. Everybody, yoga, meditation.
Mm-hmm.
You need to also. This is something that you need to believe in it because it looks. I don't know. If you don't have somebody close to you that does it, that can share with you what's how is working for me. My best friend, she's doing yoga, and she started talking to me, and I was like, okay, well, I should try.
Mm-hmm.
And meditation is the same thing. At the beginning I was a little skeptical because I didn't understand it well, but now I saw big changes in my lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I suggest it to everybody, because it's really worked a lot, very well to me. Working on myself, meditating, clearing my mind, because that's the main thing of meditation, is just taking all the bad thoughts and negativity and anxiety and stress out of your mind, especially in moments like this. You clean it up, and you go to a state of peace, inner peace and calm.
Definitely.
And that's when you live better and you feel better. I can tell you that the results that I got are, I'm eating healthier, and I didn't choose, okay, I want to eat healthy. It was not my decision. I just
Right, it wasn't
started to
conscious.
feel like it was not conscious. I was started to eat better. I lost 3 kilos. I think it's like 5 pounds or something.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah, without deciding, oh, I'm on a diet.
Yeah.
I just feel overall better. I feel in a better place. And I feel my body is healthy. My mind is healthier. There's still a lot to work on, but it's a practice, it's a training that to improve yourself, that everybody, we should, care about ourselves so much.
Yeah.
That we should take these positive and these healthy habits, because if you think meditating is not like a lot of people, I was going to the gym before every day I was going to the gym, plus horses, I was going to the gym, but
Okay.
every time I was coming back from the gym, I was not feeling so satisfied like after half an hour of meditation.
Interesting.
So
That's interesting.
So I would like to try with you if it's okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
With everybody that is watching.
Okay.
We can try, so I can explain a little bit, and I hope you can feel something. So then you're gonna practice, by yourself. So in the meditation, the ultimate goal is to focus on yourself and clear your mind from all the thoughts that you have. Okay. So you have to don't use your mind. Don't try to control your thoughts. Don't try to control what you're thinking. But just just feel what your body is telling you. So we're starting, of course, like right now I'm sitting on the ground, but you can sit on the chair. Put both feet on the ground and just keep your spine straight, shoulders down, open your chest, chin down, just a little smile, and start rubbing your hands. Start rubbing your hands as fast as you can with a smile and just breathing out. Breathe out and get all your bad thoughts, everything you have in your head, just get it out. Like it's coming out of your mind, out of your mouth. And you can feel as you're, how do you say?
Friction between your hands?
Yeah. Can you feel the heat?
Yeah. It's like warm.
On your palms.
Yeah,
go
I feel
faster.
it. Okay. I feel it more in my fingers than my palms.
Faster.
Okay.
Yeah. That's why. On your palms, go faster.
Okay.
Go faster. Good. And keep breathing out. Yeah, you can close your eyes, keep it open.
Okay.
But just try to feel. Just focus on the feel in between your palms.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I can focus better with my eyes closed.
Yeah. There's too many distractions when you keep your eyes open.
Yeah.
And then tap your fingertips like this. Look at me.
Okay.
Fingertips.
Yeah.
Hard and fast. Da, 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 da. Like this. And then again, rub your hands.
Okay.
And now just close your eyes and stop. Keep your palms facing each other. A little open your hands apart and just feel the tingling in between your hands. Do you feel tingling?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And now when you breathe in, you keep your hands apart slowly. Keep that tingling slowly. And just breathe out through your mouth and keep your hands closer to each other. Do you still feel the tingling?
Yeah, a little bit.
Good. Focus on that tingling. And now breathe in through your nose. Keep your hands a little apart. And breathe out your mouth and keep your hands a little closer. You should feel a magnetic feeling.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah. And breathe in and breathe out through your mouth. So if you do this, you realize that you're focusing on that tingling, you're focusing on that sensation. And so you don't have room in your head to think of anything else. Maybe something comes out, but just don't worry. Don't control your thoughts. Just try to focus on that tingling. Try to focus on that feeling of your palms. Of that, it's like you have a ball of energy in between your hands. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, like I feel like I don't know.
magnetic
I
feeling.
can't explain. Like when I think I'm about to like feel my hands touch together, they're still far away, and so I'm like, "Where's my hand?"
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
weird, but that's so cool. Yeah, like
So
I
that's
find I have to close my
you
eyes
know,
to do it.
yeah, it feels yeah, you feel more, you feel better, like you feel like a deeper connection.
Yeah.
If you keep your eyes open, it's a little harder to focus at first when you're starting to do
Yeah.
this practice. But yeah, so meditating in the morning, it will help you to clear your mind and try to have a little, stay calm
Mm-hmm.
and clear your minds from all the thoughts and the emotions that through in every day just affect us, when you go to work, when you talk to a friend, or all these emotions and all these feelings that interfere with us a lot of times on our decisions and actions. Let's say that the thoughts and emotions control us, so
Mm-hmm.
we have to be in charge of our own brain, and we have to be in charge of our own thoughts and emotions. So through meditating and just feeling your body and feeling that tingling and feeling the energy, we clear up our minds, and we can deal better, and we can be more aware of what's really going on in our lives.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think everything
Yeah.
we've kind of talked about, I don't know if I brought this up last time, but all of this, like, again, I always try and bring it back to, like, what have I been talking to with my athletes and, other people in my life, whoever, watches me. All of this, I think, really, like, I guess the word that maybe really fits with everything you just talked about is mindfulness. And I think
Yes.
like we haven't said that word mindfulness, but all of these things, like all these habits, it's just the act of being more mindful and aware, like of what we're thinking, what we're doing, how we're acting, how we're, carrying ourselves and treating other people in our, social circle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just important to like be more mindful, like in doing the things that we're talking about, even if like you don't necessarily like think it's going to help you. Like I said, I think just being more mindful is like what all of everything we're talking about really just kind of comes back down to.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's like what we're saying, it's the preconception
Mm-hmm.
that we have about things that say, oh, that's not going to work with me, or no, it doesn't work. Just try. Just
Yeah.
try it out.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times we have these fixations that control our brains. And it's stuff that maybe growing up in our family, our parents were skeptical about some stuff, and we don't
Mm-hmm.
realize, but they formed us. And
Yes.
so now we have to take more control of ourselves, and
Yes.
try how to get the best. We have the a great and powerful organ that is the brain,
Yeah.
and it's a BOS, brain operating system. Like I have a MacBook and I have iOS.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we have an operating system in our
Yep.
brain, and we should try, very powerful, and we should try to make the best out of it. Use
Yeah.
it the best possible way,
Mm-hmm.
and
And learn
because
new
we
things.
can, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and we can obtain whatever we want. We just have to learn to use our brains.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah,
so if
it's
it's
so
okay with you, I
complicated.
will. Yes,
I was just thinking how complicated a brain is,
really good.
but we have so much control. So yeah, sorry, I didn't
Super.
mean to interrupt. Go ahead.
We can, no. Of course, we can have control. We don't have. A lot of people don't have control, or
Mm-hmm.
it's hard to lose control. We have to practice, do every day, practice and practice, because it's not like whenever you think, oh, I got it. I'm in control of myself. I can control my emotions. You need to practice, because it's not a thing that you learn, you get, and then
Yeah,
you're
you just have
done.
it
No, you
forever.
have to
Yeah,
really,
it's
yeah,
practice.
no, you have to practice.
Yeah, just like
So
anything.
now I would like to, yeah, and so now I would like to show you some pictures and talk to you about
Okay.
the BOS, the Brain Operating System, and
Okay.
try to, talk a little bit about this and see if it can help. Let me see
Yeah, that'd be
how to
great.
do this.
It's
All
at, I
right.
think it's at the bottom. It might be at the bottom of your screen on the right corner.
I have it here. Wait.
There you go.
All right. Let's see. Thoughts become things. So now I'm going to tell you that, do you know how to use your brain to transform thoughts into things? Our brain is like an amazing factory that transforms our thoughts and intentions into reality. So let me
Mm-hmm.
switch. So this is our brain.
There
It's a
it is.
factory. Yes. You just have to know how to operate its inner working. First, you need to understand that you are in charge of your brain and you need to take charge of the operating system that controls it. It's called BOS. Like on the Mac, I have iOS. We have BOS, boss.
Yeah.
After all, you are the boss of your own brain, right?
Yep.
So you have to set a desire or vision of what you want. You know, like a lot of people want a car or a house or, in my case, a horse or, and so you just have to set up, a desire, and boss sets up an assembly lines in your brain that aligns your thoughts, emotions, and actions to make it come true. Sometimes, though, there are obstacles that prevent your brain to function well. Like it's a lot of times. And so, this is BOS, the Brain Operation System. So these obstacles are past memories, negative emotions, physical limitations, distractions, preconceptions, old habits,
Fear.
But
I'm sure fear is one of them too.
yeah, yeah, and and in these situations, you become lazy, complacent, discouraged by failure, distracted by other more trivial goals, and hesitant to even start. A lot of people, they're like, "Oh, I'm not even gonna start. This is just too hard. I'm not gonna. No, I'm not gonna do this."
Yeah, too
And
overwhelming.
so, yeah. And so to keep your brain, these are all this is the brain, the factory, but these red things are all the, negative emotions and distractions and old habits, that they get stuck. And so your brain cannot work, how it's designed to. But we have this app called Brain Refreshing. See?
I love that.
So basically, refreshing your brain through magnetic meditation, like the magnetic feeling that we felt before, through meditation, is going to cleanse your brain of all the negative thoughts and emotions.
Yeah. I get that.
And,
yeah, I get it. I get what they're saying.
Because all these negative emotions and thoughts are keeping your brain from creating what you desire,
Yeah.
And so... so you want to clean it up, and through meditation, calming your brain and feeling the energy. And so you also need to feel the battery of your brain. And how do you feel? Let me turn it around.
Yeah.
How do you do this? There you go. How do you feel the battery back together? You do it. How do you route the power back to the best is through positive thoughts and emotions and actions.
Yep.
And the most important thing, you have to remember that good news make a good brain. That's really important.
Yeah, definitely.
So we've been talking last time, you want to share the,
Oh, of the picture that we have?
Yeah. Do you want to put the BOS?
Sure. Yeah, I can show everyone. Yeah, so everyone, here are my little notes. Hopefully you guys can see that well. Well, let me zoom in really quick. Sorry, it's not at 100%. Maybe that's a little bit better. Yeah, so I think, Sara brought up point number 1 in terms of waking up and paying attention. So how Sara does that is waking up and meditating. So we've brought that up a couple times here. But Sarah also had a really good transition to number 2. So good news makes a good brain. And I want to take a second to maybe just give a couple examples of like how I would apply that and what that means to me. I think just surrounding yourself, it's like with positive information. So whether it's you creating those affirmations like we talked about, or maybe if you like music, like listening to music that lifts you up instead of like listening to music that makes you sad, listening to podcasts, audiobooks. Yeah, like, those kinds of things, like, fill your brain with, like, good media and, like, stuff that, again, like, if it's not going to maybe make you happy, at least it brings you to a place of
makes you feel
neutral. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, just good in general, or at least it doesn't, hurt you in any way. Like, maybe if you want to learn something new, like, maybe you want to learn a new language or something, like, that's a challenge, but it's also it's a good challenge, right? Like, it's not gonna... maybe it's not going to be easy, but hopefully it'll be a good challenge for your brain, and something, positive to at least benefit you in a different way. Do you want to take number 3?
And then we have, if you choose it, it will happen. I love that. And that's true. We're saying that thoughts becomes things. So you need to be the master of your thoughts and the master of your emotion to be able to accomplish and get what you want. But you need to be careful because if you have positive thoughts and positive emotions, you will get, what you want in a positive way. But also if you always think negative and you think, bad things, that also will happen. Yes. So you need to be really careful of what you're thinking, what's in your mind, because we are the creators of what we have and what will happen to us. Yes. So everything happens in life, we bring it to us. We brought it to us. Sometimes we think, oh, that's a terrible thing. I didn't bring it to myself. Well, yes, a lot of things, yes, we bring it to ourselves. So the more we try to focus on good things and positive things, sometimes we have bad days, but we can focus on the good moments and good part of the day that we had. Yeah. We always have a new day. At the beginning of it, every day, we have new opportunities, new chances. And so we just have to make the best of it. Yeah, and definitely. And little by little, our mindset will change and you'll see the results. But you really have to be disciplined and diligent and patient and keep going, believing in it and, and try to really keep going.
Yeah. And even if it's something like, oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Sure?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I was just thinking, like, while we do have control over, like, most aspects of our lives, there are, like you said, like, there's just going to be bad days. Like, some things are just going to happen to you, not, like, that are totally out of your control. But we've talked about this, I think, in the past, but just reinforcing, like, it's how we react to those things. And, like, that's what we do have control over of. Like, even if bad things do happen to you, like, that's just life. It's about how we respond and react and, move on after that happens. But I'll go ahead and flip my screen back over. Yeah. I mean, it's
let me add one little thing, because this thing is really important. A lot of times because also it happens to me all the time. You have somebody that tells you something that it just bothers you, or somebody that does something at work or at home, or and it bothers you. You cannot control what other people do. You cannot control what the things that happen, but you can control your reaction, how you react to things.
Yeah. But that's also a really good thing, because
that's really...
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you tell me. I was done.
I was just going to say, like, and honestly, like, that's such a cool thing to realize, like, knowing that you don't have control over other people. Like, to me, that's so, like, freeing, and it's nice that, like, I don't have any responsibility over other people, so that's, like, one less thing I should actually be worrying about, like, you can see that as, like, oh man, I wish this person would change, or, like, oh, okay, well, as much as I would want them to change, at least I don't have to worry about it, like, that's on them, like, that's their problem, I don't know, that was just an example that it made me think of, like, in the workplace or something, but anyway.
No, I agree.
Yeah. So is that it for you on that one, or is there anything else you want to
Yeah,
share?
yeah.
Okay. I didn't want to steal your thunder there. So
No,
moving.
go ahead.
Okay. So moving to number 4 here, where it says be a master of time and space. And I was like thinking about that and like what that means to me. Like, you know, that seems kind of like a general statement, but I'm going to flip over my screen because I feel like I keep shaking and I don't want to give people like, I don't want to make them feel like they're on a roller coaster. But yeah, so being a master of time and space, I think to me that just means like plan your days well. Especially now we have the time to like plan, prioritize, you know, really learn like what is actually most important to you. And like, and that's different for everyone. Not everyone has the same like priorities or goals or, you know, things that matter to them.
Yeah.
So I think it's just like being a master of the time that you have and the space. So like where you are right now in the world, like at home, we're all at home. Take ownership of your role in all of those things. So I don't know. I think just being efficient with your time and energy and like, and I know you'll probably talk about this in a second, but when it comes to space, like I think making sure that you're organized and having everything, you know, not like in control of you, like be your own master of like everything around you, not the other way around. So not letting your environment or like whether it's people or like things in your house, I don't know, like not letting those things like distract you or have control over you, like remembering you have control over all of that stuff, I think is like the main point with that 4th law. I'll go ahead and flip it over again now. I feel like my hands are shaking less, but
I agree. And wait, let me talk. I have one thing that it came in my mind because my husband always tells me, be a master of time and space. My husband always tells me, this is really important, and I just learned it. Even if I am 32, I just learned it now. Being on time, it's extremely important.
Oh gosh, yes. Okay. Yeah. I can talk about that
So
forever.
if I have an appointment at 8 p.m. and I get there at 8 p.m., I'm late. So being on time, you're late. Being early, then you're on time. And you know, we have to realize that not only is respectful for another person, but it makes us feel better when we are on time.
Yes.
I'm still learning about that, I have to be honest. But but I have to say that now I realize that, you know, every time I am a little late and my late is 5 minutes, but it's horrible.
Yeah.
Because 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 5 minutes is the same thing. You're late, period. It makes you feel stressed out. You're running with the car. You're nervous. You're tense. And then bad stuff happens. Maybe you can have an accident. Maybe the police pull you over because you're running. You know, so it's a domino effect.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
That's the thing. So if you're early, you're on time. You can take things, you know, in a different way and in a more calmer way. And so that's a huge difference. So that's why you have to design time and space.
Yes.
And
I'm
like
so glad
you
you
saying,
said that.
Yeah. My husband always tells me. My husband is he taught me a lot, and that's the first thing especially that he was like, if you're on time, you're late. If you're early, you're on time. So I'm learning.
And if you're actually late, then you're just really, really late.
You're fired.
You're fired. That's so funny. No, I'm so glad you brought that up. I'm really glad you remembered that because I think that's really important too for everybody, no matter what you do, whether you're an athlete, you know, full-grown adult, college student. You know, we all learn that, I think, at different times in life, but hopefully the earlier we learn that, the better. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I think we're probably running a little bit short on time. I don't know. Well, I don't know. What else did we want to talk about? Maybe that's it. I'm not really sure, but...
Well, we have the last... because do you think that we have to close?
Well, so it's 1:47 now, and we started at 1. So I just want to make sure we have, like, time for questions if people have any while we're here before we get, like, 60 minutes, and then it just, like, cuts us off. So is there anything else you wanted to talk about before maybe, like, room for questions? I
think, we have a last... let me see. No, the last one of the laws of the brain operating system is the design every environment. That's basically what we've been talking about. You know, surround yourself with things and habits that that makes you feel better. Like design a relaxed and calm ambient. I love to clean. Whenever I clean, like I know a lot of my friends in Italy, whenever we clean the house, then we feel in peace.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we just know that we have to put that away or that away. And then another thing that I do now that I was not doing before, if something I don't use it for a year, I just throw it away. Because if you
Great.
pile stuff, if you pile and pile, then things get control of yourself.
Yes.
So, just get everything out and
Yeah.
just don't collect stuff, because it's not a good recipe for a healthy environment.
Right. And just being productive in general. I mean, I know not everyone probably has the same like compulsion to clean, or like, I don't know, like maybe not everyone has the same feeling about it, but I don't know, like maybe just starting, maybe if you don't have a lot of stuff, like maybe if stuff isn't your problem, like little knickknacks and things, like just cleaning countertops and like basic home cleanliness is a great place to start. But I like trying to go through all of my clothes and donating stuff. Like you said, like if I don't wear it,
yes,
if I don't remember the last time I wore something, or if I haven't worn it in
that means that you're
right. Now,
you're not going to wear it now.
Right. I mean, like special occasion, like dresses and things like that, like there's a time and place for that. But every day, like clothing, like if you have clothes that you wear often, but you have a whole bunch of other stuff that you're just keeping around, or maybe that don't fit, like donate. Like now is a good time to like donate that stuff too. So like if that's another like habit to be in, is like donating, like doing something good like that too. Like that serves both you and someone else. Like that's just it's not even just about you anymore. Like you're being selfless and like contributing something positive. And that's like another form of like volunteering. Like since we can't volunteer, maybe as much as we would want to right now, like that's just another thing to do to like maybe fill your time if you have a lot of extra time on your hands and you're bored. Like go through your closet.
And that's a great
I lost you for a second.
That's a great thing to do, to help others. It's definitely a great action. You're there?
Yeah, now I hear you. So I lost you for a second, but I think it picked up again. So I think I heard you.
Yeah, and I wanted to say another great habit is taking care of yourself. And I can share with everybody that the yoga practice that I'm following, that it's all over the US and all over the world. They have studios. They're doing 3 weeks free unlimited lessons online.
Okay.
So if everybody want to go follow or if they want to message me, I'll be happy to help. Body and Brain Yoga Tai Chi. They have a TV channel on YouTube, but also they're doing these 3 weeks starting today, free lessons online. So if you want to try it out, that's a great way to start.
Yeah.
And yeah,
that's great. And is it just
I don't know.
So it's yoga and Tai Chi?
So it's yoga, Tai Chi. That is this. It's a martial art.
Yes.
And then we do breathing works. We do meditation.
Okay.
And it's overall how to we're learning how to manage our brain management, and and
all of that
a
is
lot of
free.
Stretching.
Like all of those classes
for
are
3
free
weeks.
For 3 weeks. Okay.
For 3 weeks, they're gonna be free. Yes.
Great.
And so you have the access to these classes. It's really interesting. And message me if you need the help. Otherwise, go on www.bodyandbrain.com, I believe.
Okay.
Or Google Body and Brain Yoga Tai Chi. Mm-hmm. And you can find the closest center next to you.
Great.
There's one in Dallas. There are 3 in Houston. Everywhere.
Okay. And they're all on like the
Miami, New York.
They're all on the same like YouTube channel. They're all like in the same, or they have different.
Yeah, there's
accounts?
one YouTube channel, but then you're going to follow, like, let's say, if you sign up to the one in Dallas, you're going to follow the ones that the masters are doing here.
Okay.
Online. So
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know. Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I can put all of that in the description box too. Like in the YouTube video of this, I'll put, like, remind me so I don't forget. I'll put everything so people can just click on it and it'll take them right there. So I'll try to remember that. Sorry, and what else? Like questions?
Okay.
Is that what we're moving into? We have like a couple minutes, I think, before
Yeah,
it
let's
goes
move into
out.
Let's move into questions. I see.
Oh, yeah, I haven't been
I
looking.
see a lot of people that says hi. Hi, everybody. Ciao.
Yes,
Grazie
yes.
per seguirci. Grazie. Thank you, everybody, for following us. And
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, just let us know if there's something we can, talk about next week, or if there's something that you would like to ask, or
Yeah,
I don't know.
suggestions, feedback, questions, like we're open to it all. I'm open to it all.
Yeah,
Yeah, and even
yeah,
if you're watching this in the future, like send us comments, like type in the comments something if, I'll get back to you quickly and Sarah will too. This video will
of
be up
course.
really quickly after all this. I'm hoping. Last time, apologies for the video upload issues. It took like about a
But
week,
this time
but
should be fine because we both have
yes, the
the headphones.
headphones. Yeah.
Hi, Galina. Yeah, I see Galina. She's saying thank you, girls.
Okay. Oh, wonderful.
Thank you for following us.
Yeah, thank y'all
Yeah,
so
she's
much.
awesome.
Oh,
Love
that's
you.
so fun. That's so great. Yeah, this was
Yeah.
fun, and we'll keep doing this, right? Like,
Yeah,
we'll just keep
every
coming
Monday,
back
1
every
p.m.
week.
Unless somebody wants a different time. But I think
Yeah.
1 p.m. is good here because it's 1 p.m. in Texas, and we can also reach the east and west coast of the United States. We can reach Europe because it's 8 p.m. It's after like dinner time, and so yeah, definitely. I think that's a good time.
Great. Good.
Yeah.
Well, and hopefully everyone heard us this time. So I guess we got to remember to keep wearing the headphones. I think that was a huge change that we made. That's been
Yes.
good. So,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm really proud of like how far we've come. This has been really fun, and I think we've put out some good stuff. But,
Yeah.
yeah, I think that's all I have. Any last final
And
thoughts?
it's always a lot of fun talking to you.
Oh,
No, I mean,
thanks.
I'm very grateful to be able to do this, and I have a lot of fun. And I hope with our exercises and our positivity, we're both pretty positive, smiley people. I
Yeah.
hope we can bring a little positivity in people's daily, life, and
Yeah.
give some ideas. And life it's hard for everybody, but you just have to face it in a different way. And so
Amen. I agree.
we hope we can help a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let us know. And again, yeah, if anyone else has ideas, yeah, I'm here to learn. Like, gosh, Sarah's taught me so much lately, and
You've been talking to tell me so much. No, we're both learning. We have so much to learn, but
yeah. Well, let's keep it up. I'm excited for more.
Yes.
Let's do more.
yes,
All
yes.
right. Cool.
Well, it was great talking to you, and
Good talking to you too.
and I'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll be back at it again next week, so be on the lookout, everyone.
All right. Ciao
All right.
tutti.
Bye bye.
Bye everybody. Bye.
Bye.